Paddling in this area is incredible because every time you go, you can always do something different, and you can always push yourself and improve on your skills because you're not doing the same thing. You're not paddling the same river every time. The Chioa it's kind of a hidden gem. Being a dam-released river, it's a great gateway or stepping stone for those that are looking to advance in their kayaking career. My name is Ty Caldwell. I am an avid kayaker. Grew up in Robbinsville, been paddling the rivers around here for as long as I can remember. It has changed my life for sure. I have traveled the world paddling different rivers, from Chile to Africa, and it started right here in Graham County. It's an incredible experience to have this river in our backyard. So, made it to the put-in here at the start of the river. It's about a 9-mile stretch. Today, the river kind of starts off at the top and progressively gets harder. Towards the bottom, you have Bear Creek Falls, which is the largest drop. And from there, the last bit of whitewater in the last 15 minutes is kind of the hardest and the most technical, so we consider that the most fun for us. And sun's coming out. Water level is going to be a little bit higher from the rain today. So it's going to be a good day out there for sure. Have a lot of fun. Growing up, the first Chioa release that I recall, my mother, she was a school teacher, had the summers off, and worked as a raft guide in the summer. She dragged my brothers and I along with her, and we hung out on one of the swinging bridges across the river pretty much all day, just watching kayaks come through and people running the drops there. And I remember it wasn't too long between watching people go down and a couple years later that I was out here paddling for my first time.
The evolution of the Chioa has been interesting. When I first had the opportunity to get on the Chioa, we were the only people in town that had a kayak on our car. You hear the term river hippie and everything, and now it's known in the United States, in the Southeast. People come from near and far to paddle the Chioa. When there is a Chioa release, you can feel the energy and the happiness and the fun that the Chioa creates for all people, from rafts to kayaks to people sitting on the bank watching them come through. The stoke is high, as people would say, and that just makes me want to laugh, out loud, because it makes me so happy. People are discovering that there is value in ecotourism. There's value in being outside.
The Chioa releases 20 times per year. It was dewatered for around 77 years, and starting around 2005, they started doing releases, originally for the wildlife habitat to mimic floods. The Chioa in Cherokee means where the otters play, and one of the unique features that you'll see when you're out there is so many otters hanging out in eddies, and if you pay attention during those high water runs, you'll swing into a calm spot in the river and one will pop up beside you, and sometimes it'll scare you, but they're out there having fun, enjoying the higher water as well.
The Chioa is such a unique river, and if you are a whitewater enthusiast, you understand the difference between it and some of the other whitewater in this area. One reason it's very special is it is a mixture of big water from like out west, but yet creeky with a southeast twist, and it's constantly rapid after rapid after rapid after rapid, and people love that.
Paul, how you vibing today?
Vibing pretty good. Solid 7.
Yeah.
Just gonna try to keep it going that way.
Paul's got himself a new kayak, trying that out. A little difference, these are a little bit more playful to have the smaller sterns, and they come in all different shapes and sizes like people. Growing up in Graham County kayaking, there was not a lot of individuals that kayak. My family and a few others would go out there and kayak, and they'd think that we're crazy and shoot in the rapids, and back then they really didn't have kids gear, so we were all paddling boats that were 3 times longer than us, as tall as we were, and oversized paddles, oversized life jackets. But we got into it, we loved it, and still doing it today.
You know, all my boys have a background in whitewater. And to this day, they all still paddle. But Ty, you know, he seems to be the one that likes the more high adventure end of it. You know, he and his friends, they love big water. So that took him a lot more places all over the world because of whitewater. When you're in whitewater, you're in the moment. You're not thinking of anything but just what you're doing at that particular moment. You know, I believe it's physical, spiritual, mental. You're one with the river, especially on the Chilwa. I don't know, something about the outdoors is just healing.
A lot of the time when you're in your kayak, the focus is on the whitewater or the rapids that you're paddling, but you've got to remember to stop and look up and see how beautiful the surroundings are around you. I invite everyone to try kayaking, to try rafting, to get outdoors in whatever way they see fit. Check out the Chioa, check out your local river, and you know, just get outside and experience nature in a different way. It's always such a great time to come out here and to get to experience the river. I always come home with a new story of excitement and a memory that I get to keep, and it keeps me coming back.